When?
Hindi ko tuloy alam paano natin tatapusin ang term na to.
Nana.
Okay. Although I think we are being encouraged to do classes online. Extinguishment of obligations. What is extinguishment? What do you mean by you extinguish an obligation? Diba? You cancel. Diba? It disappears. Okay? Disappears. Now, please note, a lot of this we have tackled at one point or another, but we are going to rehash. Please note, under the law, there are 6 ways to extinguish an obligation. 1, by paying. If you pay, then you are no longer liable. I promise to deliver to you a dozen 20 Starbucks Americano. Starbucks Americano. As soon as I deliver 12 Starbucks 20, you cannot ask for more. Why? I only promised 20. Kuha? Payment. I complied with my obligation. Payment. Okay? 2, loss of the thing due. What's that? Remember, nobody can be made liable for something which is unforeseen. Or if foreseen is inevitable. Remember? Loss of the thing due. Or fortuitous event. Okay? And then, the apat na should. Diba? Apat na should. Anong apat na should? The condonation or remission, confusion, compensation, novation. Diba? So, if you're asked to enumerate payment, loss of the thing due, apat na should. For you to remember it easily. Diba? Compensation, confusion, condonation, and then novation. Followed? Kuha? Let's go first to, please note, there are other ways of extinguishing the obligation, but not under obligations and contracts. What are these? Annulments, rescission, fulfillment of a resolutory condition, and prescription, covered in another section of the book. Okay? So let's start with payment. Okay? What is payment? Payment is complying with your obligation. Requisites. What's the requisite for valid payment? Okay? The requisites are 1, must be paid by the right person, to the right person, at the right time, right place, and made in the right currency. Example, A owes B 50 pesos. C goes to B. B, A owes you 50 pesos. Here's the 50 pesos. Ano pakialam mo si binabayaran mo yung utang ni A? Right? Payment is infirm. Why? Not paid by the correct person. Kuha? Payment to the correct person. Diba? Not made by the right person to the right person. A owes B 50 pesos. Diba? A goes to C. C, I owe B 50 pesos. Here. Sasabihin ni C, kung ang utang mo kay B, bakit mo ko binabayaran? Utang kay B. Right? Followed? Kuha? Third, right time. I owe you, A owes B 50 pesos. Sunday at 12 o'clock midnight, A goes to B and knocks on the door. Okay, magbabayad na ako ng 50 pesos ko. So, di mo, may sasagot? Walang sasagot sa iyo. Why? You did not pay at the right time. Diba? In particularly, Bangko, you're going to pay your loan. Diba? If you go there after 4, there's no bank that will accept your payment. Why? It's already closed. Not at the right time. It must be at a reasonable time. Kuha? Right place. Pare, sige. Antayin mo ako sa Southgate, magbabayad ako. Diba? Doon ka nagantay sa Andrew. Diba? The Andrew Gate. Hindi kayo makikita. Diba? Wrong place. And then, right currency. Meaning, it must be of what you agreed upon in the first place. Kuha? Kuha? So we go to payment. Payment tells you, payment not only means delivery of money but also performance in any other manner of an obligation. In other words, when you say payment, it can be to give, to do, or not to do. Not only payment of money. Kuha? Any act which will comply with your obligation is payment. Kuha? 33. The act shall not be understood to have been paid unless the thing or service in which the obligation consists has been completely delivered or rendered. I promise to pay you 50,000 pesos on Sunday. On Sunday, I paid you 20,000 pesos. You accepted 20,000 pesos. Question, am I paid? Am I paid? I owe you 50,000 pesos. I paid you 20,000 pesos. Am I paid? Diba? No. Why? May balance ka pa eh. Hindi ka pa bayad. Right? Hence that term. Partially. Oh, pero hindi ka pa rin bayad. Diba? Hindi ka pa rin bayad. Bakit mayroon ka pang balance eh? Pay in full. Only then can I say you're paid. Right? Kuha? 34. Obligation that has been substantially performed in good faith, obligor may recover as though there has been strict and complete fulfillment of damages suffered by the obligee. Remember the true or false question that we had earlier? Much earlier. What true or false? Poor performance by a debtor to the best of his ability does not constitute as a breach of contract. True or false? Remember that? Natin? We took that in pure and conditional obligation. If I'm poor performance, poor work made by a debtor to the best of his ability does not constitute as breach of contract. Meron tayo nung true or false. The answer is true. But the answer there is true. Why? Precisely because of this one. Diba? Substantially performed in good faith. Ginawa ko yung aking magagawa. Eh hanggang doon lang talaga ako. Then it is deemed to be strict and complete fulfillment. But of course, my compensation is less whatever damages the other parties suffer. Kuha? Kuha? 34. 34? 34? Diba? Para yan, nagluto ka ng pangagahan. Diba? Nagluto ka. Sunog ang itlog. Hilaw ang kanin. Diba? Siguro nanay mo, uy, ang tali, ang sipag talaga ng anak ko. Bakit? Inaanak ka eh. Diba? But by and large, substantial compliance in good faith. Kuha? 35. Yan. When the obligee accepts performance, knowing its incompleteness or irregularity, and without expressing any protest or objection, obligation is deemed complied with. Unsolicited advice, ladies, gentlemen. Do not partner with your boyfriend or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your crushes when you prepare your thesis.
Yan na.
Do not partner with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your crushes during your thesis. Bakit? You will fall prey to this one. Diba? Kahit na ganong kapalpak ang bigay sa'yo ni girlfriend mo or boyfriend mo, pag dilambingan ka, okay. Diba? Tapos ang obligasyon niya. Right? Kuha, you accepted irregular payment with no protest. Did pay. Kuha? Kuha niya? Followed? Question 35. 35. 36. Creditor is not bound to accept payment or performance by a third person who has no interest in the fulfillment of the obligation unless there is stipulation to the contrary. Okay? Whoever pays for another may demand from the debtor what he has paid, except what he when he paid what he paid, except that if he paid without the knowledge or against the will of the debtor, he can recover only insofar as the payment has been beneficial for them. What does that mean? Let's start first paragraph. Guys, you are falling in line in Pericos, about to get your lunch. Okay? Bili ka ng food. Okay? And then, kita mo yung crush mo is katabi mo na pala. Also getting food. Okay? Pagdating sa counter, ginawa mo agad. Miss, sagot ko na ho yung pagkain niya.
Wow!
Diba? Question, can you do so? Can you do so? Sasagutin mo yung kanyang pagkain.
Like, you choose.
You will tell the cashier, ako na ang magbabayad nito. Pwede? Pwede.
Okay.
Diba? Pwede, you can pay somebody else's debt if you want to. Question. Can the cashier tell you, ayoko? Can the cashier say, at sino ka? Ang bumibili sa akin itong babae, bakit ikaw nagbabayad? Ano pakialam mo? Pwede ba gano'n na cashier?
Yeah.
Ha? Yes. Why? Creditor is not bound to accept performance. Diba? Is not bound to accept payment or performance from a third party. Bakit? Sino ka? Ang kausap ko ito. Bakit ka nakikialam? Tinanong mo ba kung gusto niyang bayaran mo?
Oh.
Pwede ba? Diba? Kuha niyo. A creditor cannot be compelled to accept payment except by the debtor. Only the debtor can force the creditor to accept payment. Kuha? Okay. A humorous example that will make you understand the concept. Boyfriend calls girlfriend. Oh, I'm running a little bit late. Don't get mad. O sige, I won't get mad ha. Basta pagdating mo dito, you have to kiss me. Girlfriend, kiss na lang mo, hindi na ako magagalit. Who's debtor? Who's debtor? Boy, girl? Boy. Why? He has to kiss, give a kiss. Girl has to receive the kiss. Right? Creditor girl. Okay. After 1 hour, here comes best friend of boy. Uy! Late daw siya. I will give you a kiss.
Yeah!
Can the girl say, wait, sino ka? Pwede?
Pero pwede.
No! You have to accept the kiss from me. Can the girl be forced to accept the kiss of the best friend?
No.
Diba? No. Why? There's only one person who can force her to accept payment. And that's the debtor. Kuha? Kuha? Oh. Kuha niyo yung problema yon. Yun yung sinasabi nito. Okay?
Kumpucha.
Trick question, however. Okay? Can the creditor accept payment from a third person who is not the debtor? Please note, you cannot be forced, but there is nothing in the law that says you cannot accept payment. Diba? So, remember yung nakapila kayo, yung crash man doon, pag sinabot sa kahera, sagot ko po to. Diba? Sagot ko po to. Will the cashier say no? Most likely not. O sige, nasa na bayad mo? Bakit? Basta mabayaran ako, tapos ako. Right?
Hindi naman eh.
But you are not listening to the correct question. The question is, can the creditor be forced to accept payment? he can refuse to accept payment except from the debtor. Kuha?
Can
Kuha?
refuse.
Oh, so be very careful about that. Now, what happens when a third party makes payment? Diba? What happens when a third party makes payment? He can collect, diba, what he has paid from the person who has to pay. Diba? Kuha nyo? Okay. Pericos. You were at Pericos. Diba? Dalawa kayo magbarkada. Order kayo merienda. Biglang sabi sa'yo ng friend, I have to go to the CR. Diba? Immediately, malis yung kaibigan mo. Pagdating mo sa cashier, do you pay? Who pays? Diba? Most likely, ikaw ang bayad. Bunot ka na naman. You paid for your friend's debt. Bakit? Kalahati nung nasa train nun sa kaibigan mo. What right do you have? Ha? When he comes in, you can ask whatever you pay. Diba? You can ask for whatever you pay. Diba? Obviously, oy, binayaran ko yung bayad. Okay? Right? O ha? Ano itong against the will of the debtor or without the knowledge? Let's go back to the situation. Oh, guys, you're in Pericos, you were pointing out, sabi mo sa girl, sabi mo sa Kaira, excuse me ma'am, sagot ko yung kanyang kinuha. Okay? Tinignan yung kayo ng girl. Binayaran? Binayaran mo yung food ko? Binayaran? Yes, of course. Okay, iniwanan niya yung tray, kumuha ng bagong tray, umardan ng bago. Question, is the girl liable to pay you?
No.
No, she did not benefit. Bakit? You did not ask permission. She is only liable if it benefited her. Iniwanan niya yung tray. Bird. Diba? Pahiya ka. O ha? Followed? That is what this article says. O ha? O ha? Oh. Ah, 37. Oh. We end here muna. Diba? We end here. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Diba? We end here muna. We start with subrogation starting next meeting. Okay? See you. If you have questions,